Hi, welcome back to OD YouTube channel. Today we are here for the door number 5 of the Inkvent Calendar Black Edition by Diamine, and the door number 5 is this one, and let's see which color we have here. I hope this will focus better than previous videos, and so here it is Icy Lilac, and it is a shimmer ink, and the shimmer seems to be like a silver shimmer, bluish silver shimmer, it seems to me. So we'll see. Be there, because I'll be right back for the rest of the review. Now let's make the swatch. I expect lots of shimmer again. Let me just cap this, put it aside, and let's see how the Icy Lilac will perform on paper, and how will these be different from ink number 1 or day 1. So we'll see that. And let me just look at it. There is some shimmer there, you can see it. It is mostly, you can see it better where the ink puddles more and it's darker, and also in the other places. So this looks really nice. When I really like this way of making swatches, but it's not that real of how an ink will behave on paper when writing with a pen, but this can show you everything that you'll get from the lighter tones there to the darker ones in the other places. So it's not representative of the way it will be on paper when writing, but will give you all the range it will be able to provide. And then that is why I make also the tests with ink in the pen and on the paper. So it looks like a scary face with 2 eyes and a mouth there. So let's get this dried, and then I will choose the pens for this ink and we'll continue the testing. So here we have the swatch with lots of nice, very fine glitter. This is it is a shimmer pen ink, and you can clearly see the shimmer, and it is like if it has 2 layers of it. One that looks like bigger sparkles that you can see like that, and when you tilt the paper even more it gets very flashy. So very beautiful dusty purple again, another dusty ink, but with the shimmer to really pop. So oops, I hit the camera. Let's see how it compares with other inks. Okay, I don't have many inks with this kind of color, but I brought here 2 inks that are one purple. This is the Grafon Faber-Castell Violet Blue, which is clearly more violet, not comparable with this one, but we have this Diatramentis Document Ink Dark Blue, and the dark blue is very, very similar. At least the darker parts of the darkest part of this ink is similar to the darkest part of these, but this one has the shimmer, so it's not that easy to compare. But when you look at here without the shimmer showing, it's very similar to this Diatramentis ink. For other comparisons, we have the Diamine Inkvent Calendar 2019 Purple Bow, which is a very flashy ink, very interesting, not really comparable. We have then the 2021 calendar, the Harmony oops, sorry, the Harmony, which is a dusty ink again, but a very shady but plain ink, and it's different kind of purple. Then we have also the 2021 calendar, which is the Nightshade, which is kind of this tone is kind of between between the lighter and darkest tone of that ink, but not that comparable. And then we have this ink, which is more comparable, the 2021 Storm, and this was the ink for day 9, my birthday, and you can see it's more comparable, but this is more blue and this is a little bit more lilac, so not the same thing. This is more similar to this one, although the behavior with the shimmering and so on is more similar with this, not the color. So this is what we can get out of this. We will look at the this thing, the chromatography or chromatograph, I'm not sure how to say it. So what we have here is a layer of shimmer that gets behind, which may be shimmer only or also that kind of gray undertone of these inks, of some of these inks, and then you have some reddish purple, reddish pink, and then some blue. And this ink didn't go very high, so I would say by the analysis of these, I would say it has some kind of water resistance. So this is what I would say about the behavior of the ink based on this. But it's not really the perfect thing to show because it doesn't have much more water resistance than some previous inks that I showed you, but I will show it in a moment. So I chose, as usual, 2 pens for this ink. One is this is a beautiful pen, I really like it. I love this line. This is a Montegrappa, there is the logo there, Montegrappa Mia, and this is called the Cityscape. It was special edition for one store, I don't remember which one, Stilograph Corsani, I'm not sure. And it is a beautiful pen. There was also another one that I missed, it was the Everglades, I think. It was a beautiful, but I didn't get it. They are not inexpensive pens, so, but they are beautiful. Steel nibs, cartridge converter pens. This one has a fine nib. I'm not sure if you can see it there, but there it is. It has a fine nib. It is a beautiful pen. I really like this Montegrappa model. And for a broader nib, I have here this Ginhouse Centennial with this koi finish, which is very nice. I think this finish is very interesting. And it is kind of based on the Parker Centennial Dufold, but the nib, number 6 nib, made of steel, also a cartridge converter pen, and the nib is a food nib, which is fun to show some of these inks. And maybe in an ideal world I should show a review of each ink with a food nib, but I don't have 25 food nibs to show them all with this. And showing them with a dip pen is not the same thing, because with a dip pen I need to do some stuff extra. I need to write with the pens for a while with the inks. I cannot just show them. So that's it. And to show what it can do with the food nib, there is also this part where it's less concentrated. That's why I make these swatches with a knife to show it better. Okay, doesn't matter. Let's see the 3 different papers. Then we have the 4th, which is the Rhodia. So first, the Moleskine paper. We can see this ink is not very saturated. So it's like this. It has lots of shading, which is kind of interesting. has lots of shading. You can see the shimmer there, but with the Jinhao, the shading and the shimmer is kind of epic. You can see the shading is amazing. But if you are writing just with a fine nib, I would say it may be too light, an ink that is too light. This one behaves very well on moleskin paper, which is usually very prone to bleed through. No bleed through with this ink. So, very nice one. Sorry, hit the camera again. Here we have the Oxford paper, which is good to show some of the characteristics of inks, and there you can see the shading is even more dramatic in this paper. So both with both pens, but with the Jinhao it is terrible because I wouldn't be able to write with such a pen. And you can see the shimmer also, but shimmer is more visible in the moleskin paper. And no bleed through, obviously. If there is no bleed through with moleskin, there is no bleed through with that. And now this is the worst with bleed through also, always. This is the copy paper, and you can see the shimmer also. There is also some shading, and then when there is shading with this paper, it means the ink really shades, because this paper tends to absorb ink a lot and it makes it very plain. But now you can see with this ink there is some bleed through. It looks very light with this paper. The most amazing writing sample would be this one, but a little bit too crazy for my personal liking and writing preferences. Now let's take a look at how it looks on Rhodia paper. We saw here, and now let's see here. So the glitter is there, we have this line, and we put water over it, and we can see where the water was that the line is still visible. It is lighter, but the ink is already quite light, so I would say that it's not really very water resistant, but it is water resistant enough to work like that. About the drying time, I got around 20 seconds to fully dry, which is kind of regular. And now let's just see how it will write now. So first with the Montegrappa and the quick, oops, sorry, not like that, quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. I know my handwriting is not beautiful, I already know that. I don't think it will change. And with this food, this is crazy. The quick brown. I know if I held the pen in a different angle, I would have a different line, but I just want to do it like that. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. So this nib is really impossible to write with. It's just for, I would say it is for fun, or if you have a very big handwriting. But if you are kind of an artist, you can do real interesting stuff with this pen, and you'll see how it looks like. It's a big difference, but the color is quite consistent. It is an interesting color, but kind of a grayish blue, but it is nice, although maybe a little bit too light. So I want to thank Appelboom for sending me this calendar for review, and I want to thank you all for watching this video again, or for once again watching one of these videos, and I will be back tomorrow, I hope, to show you the next ink. So see you tomorrow. Bye.